Hello, everybody. I am Sun Psychic Jean, and welcome to Magic Monday. And please welcome my very special co hosts, Joan, Wisdom Seeker Joan, and
Hello.
Terry, Kigaroo Spiritual Journeys.
Hi,
Hello,
everybody.
hello, ladies.
Thank you for having us on this lovely day.
And
Uh,
we are all simulcasting, and I also have a Facebook is simulcasting as well. So welcome everybody, and we're going to be taking your questions at random. And if you would kindly just let us know that you're here when we call your name, that would be greatly appreciated. And if you're not going to stick around, let us know so we can take your question down and give somebody else a chance. That would be greatly appreciated. I just have to do one little thing over here. So, Terry Suzuki, how is the weather out in that beautiful Northwest?
well, right now it is actually sunny. It's cold, really, really cold, but it's sunny. So it just looks beautiful. The light is really filtering through the trees and just looking amazing. Um, I do have some work to do outside after the show. So hopefully it completely warms up just even a little bit. So how's it where you at, Joan?
Well, I just checked and it's 36 degrees here, which is a heat wave since last week it was probably, in the minus teens overnight and everything. So, yeah, it's a lot warmer and I think it's going to start getting sunny too. So, that's good. Loving it.
Ah, that's well, it's 42 here. Yeah. So,
Wow.
so wow.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
encouraging. And I did see on the news they had a picture of a bank that said negative 24 degrees. But, and I do understand that it's unusually cold and that is unusually cold, but I think it's a part of the um, area that is used to having cold
Yeah.
and has the proper insulation and things like this. Not that that makes it any better because you can't go outside or else you get frostbite all the way. But some people, I don't know, they just live in those conditions, and that's they get used to it, I guess. So let us know where you all are from and how the weather is in your area. And today is January 27th, 2025. What I'd like to do is we're going to be taking messages or giving messages. If you would like a message from your loved one, we just ask that you add their name and relation. If you would like a message from your spirit guides or angels, and or if you have just a question that you would like to ask, make sure it's in caps and emojis. Try and do it as much as you can. I know it's really very difficult. I tried it on, on another show. And if you're on your phone, forget it. Um, so it depends on the device that you're on. And just as a reminder that the questions are chosen at random. So what do you say, ladies? Are you ready to get started?
Let's do it.
Yep.
All right. I have Nancy Ray is here, and she said, "What is the reason I was raised with all women, mother, grandmother, great aunt, and aunt, with no male in the picture?"
Interesting question, Nancy.
I do feel as though it's sort of like a past life kind of thing, is what I'm picking up. I feel as though you all were together before, and that you had to rely on each other before. I just feel like you've all been there before. You've all been there together for one another, um, and I feel it was like around wartime because the women were left to their own devices, and it's almost like you're repeating that scenario, even though it wasn't wartime. And and I'm talking like way back. So I think you all wanted to get together and support one another in a different, in a favorable time and place. And I think that, it's not the traditional male, but I feel as though there were cousins or neighbors or friends, or there were males that were able to step in that were, but I understand what you mean, in the family. They weren't part of the family. But I do feel as though there was male influences around you that you were able to find support over. And I think that the first male that was born in the family, is there like a young male or a young grandson or a great or a nephew or somebody that was born, and everybody just was thrilled and treating him like a prince. So let us know, ladies.
I was getting sort of the same thing about past lives, and two things flashed into my mind right away. One was that you were part of a harem, which is sort of interesting, and another that you were part of a convent. And so it's that whole women helping women thing, um, and being part of community and assisting each other. And I've never used these cards before. I've had them before, but for some reason I just pulled them out. And I pulled cards from all my other decks, and nothing seemed to resonate. But this one says specialization. And here's this woman, and there's butterflies that she's sort of juggling, and all kinds of interesting symbols here, but it's kind of that women and sort of the nature woman thing too. So maybe there was a group of women who were into healing arts and maybe witchcraft or things like that. But it was like the over and over again throughout your past lives. I'm thinking there you were in communities of women. How about you, Terry?
Isn't that fun? Oh my gosh. So before Jean even spoke, as I was getting up on the stage with her and her family, the stage was immediately covered in olive green, with that
Oh,
that, that army color. And I'm like, oh, that's super interesting. And then they started showing me something else. So yes, I think she's had a past life in some sort of military alliance with these women. But what they did for me instead is they took me to a future life. So that's very rare, very, very, very rare. And what they're saying is that this life right now, with all the women, this is providing a certain kind of frequency. They are enjoying a certain kind of frequency between all of them, and they are becoming attuned to this because coming forward, they have another life together where they are helping humanity turn this corner to this more divine feminine uh, role that's gonna start happening. So they're part of that. So it was funny. They were like, I heard one of so the other thing is midway. I had to check. Is she okay? Is everything okay? So I went and looked at her Akashic Records team, just saying, are they all female? And no, there's some males over there. So she's good and balanced. Balanced. Then I looked at her other team, the angels and guides. Again, there's some male energy there. So good, really good balance. And I think that's why that she gets this life too, is because she's already really, really well balanced between female and male energy. So I think that it makes her and her whole team really trustworthy to carry out this plan. So that's what I got.
Beautiful. Thank you very much. And Nancy was saying it's her aunt's son was the firstborn
Mm,
male that I said everybody treats him like a prince.
perfect.
How interesting. And she said that she identifies with the healing arts and nature most.
hmm Yes.
Wonderful. Well, thank you, Nancy Ray. It was really an interesting question. And, it expands the opportunities, I think, or, just expands
Mhm.
our experience for sure.
Yeah.
So Donna is here. Hi, Donna Marie. She said, "Is there any message from my mom, Dot or Dorothy? Thank you." I feel like your mom was a little old fashioned. I feel like she was a traditionalist. She wasn't sort of like she didn't wear jeans, or she was a little more maybe in the 50s or 60s age or era, with her traditions. She liked her traditions. She liked her, not that she didn't wear contemporary clothing, but it just wasn't, she wasn't, I feel like she was quite the, really liked the tradition, really liked to stick with what she was comfortable with. I think that think she really liked her role, the wife, the housewife, the mother. I do feel as though she had a job outside of the home that she enjoyed, but she was. I feel like she had peers around her that reflected this, and um, I think that with bringing up her kids, she did try to stay current with the times, but she always had this little bit of a nostalgic part about her. I don't know if that makes any sense there, Donna. Does this sound familiar? I don't know.
Let us know, Donna, if you get a chance.
Yeah.
Um, when I tuned in, I got a daffodil, just one single daffodil, and she was passing it. I think she was passing it to you, and then I kind of saw whom I think is your mother. What looked like it might have been at a graveyard, and she was much younger, and you might have been planting. She had a white skirt on and like a blue and white checked vest and a white hat, like you'd come from church or something like that. So something about daffodils, and maybe you planted daffodils at a graveyard. Then I drew cards and I got the Two of Wands. So I'm wondering if this is more advice that you might be coming up to a period of choice and indecision, and you're not quite sure what way to go, kind of the blindfold thing. And she's just saying, follow your heart on this. And there's no right choice or wrong choice. No matter which way you go, you're going to learn something from it. And then I got the power of divine grace is within you, the white swan. And so I think this is a continuation of whatever you choose, you're going to be able to get through it with ease and grace. So that's kind of what I got for you, Donna Marie.
Wow. Well, I got something a little different, but
Ooh,
maybe somewhat similar in some ways. But right away, when I tuned into your spirit and then tuned into hers, she immediately draped my vision with a peacock, especially a peacock tail fanned out. And she's like sitting back in a red velvet chair. I mean, it's all about luxury and sumptuousness and artistic and luxury. I don't know, there's just such a vibe here that maybe she was very, very artistic. Maybe she loved something. I also heard the Gilded Golden Age. I don't know what that means exactly. That was kind of like what, the 1920s or something. But she's just really telling me about luxury and sumptuousness or something. And then the last thing I heard is, I'm like, do you have a message for her? Because it's all there. She's just showing me these lovely, gorgeous pictures. She's like, I want you to know that I am very happy here. I I now receive the luxury that I always wanted. But I have a word of advice for you. She said, you must quit denying yourself the little luxuries you want. Stop denying this. And I don't think she means to go crazy and break the bank or anything like that, but I think she's saying stop denying yourself the tiny little pleasures in life. That is not your job here. That the little pleasures help you get through. That's what she has to say.
Nice.
Wonderful. Well, Donna was saying something about a white skirt.
Oh,
I mentioned a
Was
white skirt.
okay, okay. And she said that her mom was an amazing reader. I
oh,
don't, I don't know.
oh, but she says her
And then
mom knew
she
it was
said
artistic.
was
Yes.
artistic. Yep.
Oh,
Hmm.
well, she is luxuriating in that right now.
Yeah.
Cool.
Hi, Ness. Hi, Venus. Thanks for joining us. Um, thank you
She's
very
an
much,
amazing
Donna.
artist, probably. Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Lovely. And then she says her mom deserves to be in luxury now. She is so very missed. Oh, of
Bless her.
course.
Oh,
Of course. So I don't know. Was she very traditional? Was she sort of I don't know. I don't know how to explain or express that. So maybe I wasn't expressing it as clear. But thank you very much, Donna. We appreciate you being here and your question. And next I have Cece Bear. Hi, Cece Bear. Just say hello and let us know that you're here. She says, can I please have a message from spirit guides? Absolutely. So they're sort of like giving you a big hug, and they want you to know that they've got your back and that you're in good hands and that you're being supported, and that they want you to just keep going, put one foot in front of the other, and everything will all make sense. But I feel like they're just letting you know, wanting you to know that they're there and supporting you. I feel like these are angels too around you, CC. I'm picking up more of an angelic type of angels and spirit guides, but it's almost like your whole team is there, and um, they want you to write a letter to them. They want you to write a letter and continue writing the letter until you have a reply. Um, and they're letting you know that they are working with you and communicating with you. And I feel like you do pick up on some things, and they just want you to know that there is so much more there. They want you to focus on the enchantment in your life and focus on the miracles is what they want you to work on. So how about you ladies?
um,
Go ahead.
okay. Thank you. Just because I got a lot quick for that from them. Um, when I tuned into your energy and then your team of angels and spirit guides, they were all decked out like cheerleaders. And they're like, sis, boom, bah, 1, 2, 3, go, go, go. And they're just very, so I completely agree with Jean just said. Something they want you to step ahead into something because they are very like go 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 and you're the biggest cheerleaders in your life and uh I also saw that as they're doing this cheerleading thing, it's like they're rubbing their not rubbing exactly, but moving their hands along your body. And what I notice is they're putting in energy in some sort of frequency to help you, particularly around your legs. And I so there's something that they're giving you now to help you on your way to give you more energy to I don't know provide some sort of healing or just some motivational thing, because they're really, really putting the energy into your leg area, or your whole body, but mostly your legs. That's what I got.
Beautiful. Cece, when I tuned in, maybe it's because of your screen name, but right away, the first thing I saw was a Care Bear with the heart in its stomach. And they sent me that image, and it was all about self-love, that lead from the heart. The love is within you. And then I started pulling cards. And the first one I got was the Eight of Cups, where this man is, or this person is walking away from the cups, from the love. So they're saying, don't walk away from the love. Don't walk. And even, they're sending love. There's love for you out there, but you don't have to turn your back on the cups. It's right there for you. Just reach out and get it. And I got from this deck, listen. And I think that goes along with, was it Jean or Terry who said, write a letter to or to them?
Jean said that.
Yeah. So listen to them because they're there for you. And I love this picture. She's got this little seashell over her ear. And then I also got the hawk. There's messages coming from you, those sharp-eyed hawks. It's another thing that this is a time of opening, and you're like this close to really hearing them and getting and seeing and feeling the love and that they have for you. But it starts with you loving yourself enough to kind of open up. And then I got the Archangel of Faith, who says lead with confidence. So once you kind of get your understanding of that, and accept yourself and the love that they have for you, then you can do what Terry was talking about, this new sis boom ba, going forward with confidence and, taking no prisoners, just having a great new adventure. I hope that made some sense.
Beautiful, Joan. Beautiful. I love that. All right. Cece Bear, all the best to you. Thank you very much for your question. And next I have Ness. And after Ness, I have Michelle F. I'm going to try and start calling the next one up. If you guys can just say hi and let us know that you're here. And Cece says, thank you. Aw.
Oh,
And Cece says, I felt it very much, the energy in the legs. Wow.
Ooh.
wow. Jean, did you notice that? Oh, there was a tiny little leg in Donna Marie's, and at 1:49, she says, "My system was delayed." Yes, she was. She was that traditional housemaker. Yeah,
Uh-huh. Uh-huh. A little bit traditional. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah. Thank you very much for confirming that, because when I was picking up the energy, this is what I was. Yeah. Thank you very much. It was really
yes.
very helpful to validate. It brings in the energy. It really does. It brings in, like, we're feeling the energy out here, and they're giving us clues. And once we get that validation, it's almost like a magnet, and they come in closer, and it's more of like a direct line. And it sort of takes all the static or the it's hard to describe. It just it means a lot. So thank you. All
Thank you.
right. So Ness is here and Michelle is next. And Ness, just say hi and letting us know you're still here. If not, we'll go to Michelle and we'll come back to. Oh no! Somebody fainted. Ness, are you still here? Okay, let's go ahead and go with Michelle, and then when Ness comes back, we'll go to Ness. All right. So Michelle says, "Do you have any messages from my guides or my husband Stephen?" All right, Michelle. So Michelle, I feel like you and Stephen prepared for his crossing and you discussed sort of what to expect or what to do, I feel like you had some really beautiful time to, um, work things through and make some plans. It's never, obviously, it's never, it's just, he's letting me know that you honored him and supported him in carrying out his wishes and giving him the opportunity to. But I feel as though you guys were amazing friends. He said, "Thank you so much for the friendship," and he does love you, and he is but he feels like he married his best friend, and he's saying that the friendship and the you honoring him and respecting him and letting his decisions, no matter if it's what you wanted or not, it was you respected him enough to honor his wishes. Um, so he's just saying thank you for the beautiful friendship and the for being there for me, for honoring my wishes. And he's saying you had to carry the heavy load. I don't know if he was ill for a while. I don't know if he had like diabetes or, yeah, whatever it was. It seemed like there was like some touch and go, something that he was sort of battling against. Could have been something with his kidneys, something that was reoccurring, that kept coming up, something that he had to tend to. But you were never complained. You always were there and supportive. And he just wants to thank you very much. He's sorry that he couldn't be everything that you needed him to be, and he just is saying that, he's saying that you will be blessed for all of your sacrifice and service, and he just wants to thank you, and he's watching over you beautifully. So how about you ladies?
Mine's pretty quick. I tuned in and I saw a speed skater. And I don't know if Stephen had dark hair, but he was like in the skin suit, like they're in the Olympics, and in the position with his hands behind his back, the big long skates, skating, skating, skating. He wasn't on an oval; it was a river, and it seemed to go on and on and on. But he was just in the zone, and it was like um, he'd been training for this all of his life and knew how to do it. It was hard, but then at the end, I saw him standing up and kind of slowing down, and he was given the gold medal. Um, so I don't know if that is a reference to the past year, that it was a trial, but you guys worked together and made it, you know, you made the event, and he graduated, and he got the medal in the end. But then I started drawing cards, and I saw, you now moving to smoother waters from a difficult time, and the Archangel of Patience saying, trust the process, because this is a process. That's not that long ago. I also got the Crow. Universal laws and truths are being revealed. Use this energy to create your reality. And it's a difficult time, but he's there for you. And he was very grateful that you kind of were there for him throughout that race. It was like the hardest thing he did in his life, but he felt like he was a winner with your assistance there. Yeah. How about you, Terry?
Oh, that was beautiful, Joan. Well, the second I kind of tuned in to your energy, I was trying mainly to tune into your guides, and he's there too, but I was trying to figure out what's going on here. And the very first thing that they showed me, and I hope this makes sense, but they showed me bagpipes. They showed me I got this very like maybe one or more of your ancestors are Scottish or something. It's very, very, very strong. And then they're showing me that it's really not so much about the bad, because it's about music and frequency. And so even even Stephen is helping them build the frequency for you to help move you ahead. And I don't know if either you or he were not music lovers, but it does seem to be very focused on music because after I kind of followed that, then they decorated the whole place in plaids, and I'm like, okay, he's trying to tell you something about uh, I don't know, Scottish heritage and music. So please take that, and I'm not quite sure what it will mean to you, but definitely means something to him and your guides, and it just keeps building to the future, builds this frequency to the future. So there you go.
Beautiful. Beautiful. And Michelle says that, yes, he passed away from cancer in October. He was sick for over a year and we were together for 36 years. And yes, we were best friends. There was this, there was just this mutual respect. It was just so beautiful that I felt him feel from you. And he said, yes, black hair, man on a mission. He built our home all on his own.
Oh,
He took care of me, and I took care of him in the last year. And he was in a lot of pain. Yeah,
oh,
yeah. Um, so
Oh, just
thank you
getting
very
chills.
much. Oh, sorry.
I was just getting chills. He's
yeah,
definitely around.
yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Beautiful experience that you shared with us, Michelle. And you two were definitely soulmates and still are forever. It's it hasn't changed.
Mm.
Yeah. Okay. So what do I have? I have, is T Lynn or Nancy Smith? T Lynn or Nancy Smith? Are either of you here? T Lynn or Nancy Smith? Let me just, I think I had Michelle there twice. Oh, I got to clean up over here, ladies. Um, Oh, and then Michelle said, we love listening to music. I think I'm part Scottish. I was upset grieving his loss, and two times recently, the Luther song Michelle played on the radio. I think he did it to help me. Oh my
Wow,
gosh.
interesting.
Absolutely. Trust that, Michelle. How
Yeah.
beautiful. How beautiful. Okay, I see Nancy. Thank you very much, Nancy. And if T. Lynn or Stephanie are here, just let us know. So Nancy says, do my guys have any messages? Thank you, Nancy. I feel like I see you organizing and getting your affairs in order. I'm not sure if you're heeding the advice and you see other people who have had, um, natural, mm, like, you know, uh, weather, extreme weather conditions. And I feel as though you're putting your things in order, almost like getting your go bag together and organizing all of your affairs and making sure these things are up to date and ready for you. Um, and they're saying that when you prepare and get the go bag ready, you're not going to need it. So, but it's always good to have. It's like gives you a peace of mind. And I feel as though you do take really good care of yourself. You really are diligent and um, aware and focused, and you're taking really good care of yourself. Um, They just want you to know that it's a beautiful thing to take care of yourself. That this is something that is you're doing as an example to others. I mean, for others, and that it's we all should be taking care of ourselves, and it's you're doing a beautiful job, and you're setting a beautiful example. They just want you to know that you're doing what you need to do, and it's almost like you're waiting. Is there anything else I need to do? Is there anything else I need to know? And I feel as though they're saying that you are taking very good care of yourself and you're in good hands. That's what I have.
Wow. I So when I tuned into your energy, Nancy, I practically got the very same. They kept saying salt of the earth, salt of the earth. This person that just um, you do what you have to do. You are very fair-minded. You're very you you seek for justice, like you want justice for you and for others. They're just showing me just that you're just such a lovely person. One of they're kind of saying in a way you're easy to take care. You're easy to have to take care of on the team because you're a sensitive yet firm person, and you're doing a really good job. And they just want you to oh, okay. They want you to celebrate that a little bit. It's easy for you to think, oh, I'm just boring. I'm just a boring person because I just always do the right thing. And you're not. You're not to them. And they want you to celebrate that you are so diligent, that you take care of your body, you take care of others. You just, yeah, they're just celebrating that because what you can't see is we're all like little cogs. There's little cogs. And your cog doing what it's supposed to do makes sure that other cogs can be turned because of what you're doing. So you're really, really helping others by just being such a lovely person. That's what you're getting. Yeah.
Wonderful. Nancy, when I tuned in, I saw a racetrack with race cars going around the oval and someone with a checkered flag waving them in because it's the end of the race. And I wasn't really sure, I didn't, there were so many cars, so many cars. It was like a 16, I don't know, it was just a very wide track and all these cars are going through. And obviously you were one of the first ones, but they just kept coming and coming. So I think and then I was pulling cards and thinking a little bit more about it. And here we have a woodpecker who's black and white, like the checkered flag at the end of a car race. And it said, use your discernment and fortitude to achieve your goals and find a new rhythm. So I think the idea is great. You've run this one section of your race and you did a good job, and now you can kind of take the car into the pits and get everything all taken care of. But it's time to kind of relax and use your discernment and take what you've learned and go forward from there. It's like you've been through this intense time that involves a lot of other people to think about and be aware of. And are they coming up over here, or how are they going to react if we go around this corner and everything? And now it's time to just kind of, great, I did that part and got in a good position, and now it's time to kind of relax and take care of myself a bit. Well, I got an ice skater and a car racer today.
She said, wow, compliments. Thank you.
Good,
And
good, good.
Lisa says, oh wait, she says, you're right, Joan. You are right.
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. And so Lisa says, I love when someone else's messages resonates with me too.
Oh, I love
Yep.
that too.
Yeah.
So, yep, everybody. They come through and they blend through and they send these messages for many at a time. And so I do have Stephanie that's next. And after Stephanie, I have Edward. Stephanie and then Edward. And Stephanie did say that she was here. Thanks again, Nancy, for everything. Stephanie, may I have a message from my spirit guides? They want you to work on being creative, practice your being creative, and try to balance the amount of consuming with the amount of creating, because there's a lot of consumption that sort of steals your time and steals your creative power and your creative energy. And instead of listening or learning or receiving or watching or it's important to turn that input into output, and without any interference. They want you to work on your creation, being creative, in whatever way that is. It doesn't mean that you have to produce anything or be anything. It just means practice the creative skills that you have, in whatever way that is. They want you to work on focusing in, because they're telling me now that it's your creative. If you work on your creation and actively being creative, you're actually connecting to your higher self, your spiritual side. And this is what they miss you, and they want you to work on that creative side. How about you, ladies?
Yes, I right away, Stephanie, my solar plexus lit up really strongly. And so it's confidence, to work on your confidence. And maybe it's in these creative things that Jean is suggesting. I've been working on my phone too much, reading the news, so this makes sense. Yeah. And there's something about the self-confidence, and I got the Two of Pentacles with the little ships going up and down on the waves back there. And it's like, maybe if you're doing something creative, let it sit for a while. Don't criticize yourself. Don't judge it right away. Let things just settle down and say, well, isn't that good that I tried something? And I like this part about it. But when you say, but I don't really like this, just take a step back for a while and look at it again tomorrow, or whatever it is. And then I got the Robin. New growth and potential is on the horizon. Reach out and embrace it. And from the Archangel deck, I got the Archangel of Faith again. This is the second time today. Lead with confidence. So it's again that don't be critical of yourself, and do what you can to build your self-confidence. Be good to yourself.
Yeah. Well, Stephanie, I think this just supports both of the readings that you just got. But this is a first for me. So I'm on my stage. They're decorating the stage for what they see, and they put you on the stage on a ladder, on a red ladder, and you're dressed all in red, and you look like a harlequin kind of or something, and you're going up the ladder, you're climbing the ladder. You look good, elegant on the ladder going up. Your guides are standing around, just like they're kind of joking, and they're like, yeah, she's got this. She's got this. And then they notice when I'm a little bit like, shouldn't you be watching her a little closer? They float up with you a little bit. But so then I'm like, okay, so she's on this ladder. What is she doing on this ladder? Does this have to do with her job? Or so they said, yes, this has to do with either your job or art that you're working. I said, there's something you're striving for, that you're trying to move up and move ahead. And they're saying, yes, you are going to move ahead on this. You got everything you need. You're doing it. And they are not worried about you in the slightest. They know you're going to be able to do whatever this is, whatever this project is or job or whatever it is that you're working on. They support you, and you're doing a good job, and they're just not worried. They're just like, yep, she's got this. So
Beautiful. Good for you, Stephanie. And she said, Joan, my inner critic has been has been a big blockage for sure.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, Sherry Moe, and thank you, Alexandra. Thank you both. You're so sweet, and we really appreciate your donations.
Yeah.
Thank you again, Stephanie. That was beautiful, and Terry. Next, we have Edward. Hi, Edward. Nice to see you here. And he said, "Can I get a message from Spirit? Thank you." Aw, you're welcome, Sherry. She goes, "I love listening to you guys."
Oh, that's so sweet.
They want you to trust in your heart, Edward, and they want you to. There is. I feel as though you are. How can I put this? There's many different choices, or many different options, or many different mm, realities, or many different. There's just a lot of uh, things going on, a lot of different options, or a lot of different things going on around you, and it's almost like you don't know what to believe. You don't know which road to take. You don't know which ring to pull. You know, the ring on the carousel, and it's almost like it's making you, it's that analysis paralysis, that you feel like you can't make a move because you are analyzing too much. And I'm not saying too much. It came out wrong, but you're analyzing and analyzing, and you don't want to make a mistake, and you don't want to make a wrong decision, or you don't want to go down the wrong road. And that's perfectly understandable. We all do this. And this is when the point in time in our humanity that it's time for us to rely on our own instincts, on our own gut, on our own heart. And it's important for you to trust yourself. We've been conditioned our whole life to trust what we see, trust what we hear, and now that it's, all out there, and you don't know what to, land on or follow or pursue. It's really important for us to turn around and come back inside and feel what that feels like to you. And you can check on this daily. You can check on this with different questions, and trust your gut. Even if you don't know, keep doing it until you feel a difference. If you feel like a contraction, or if you feel like an expansion, if it feels like it uplifts you, or if it feels like it is holding you back. Just try and practice with the little subtleties, but your soul's expression knows the direction, and that means the direction or the choices, and they want you to rely on yourself. It's almost like the universe put all of these options in front of you so that you would have to go in and tune into yourself. It's a way of self-discovery, and you'll find a lot of empowerment. You'll find a lot of relief, and you'll be like, "Oh, I didn't know it was that simple. I thought I would have to work harder at it, or think harder at it, or research it more." No, it's all right here. It's very simple. So try and work on that. How about you, ladies?
When I tuned in, I saw one big eye, kind of a light brown eye, sort of looking through some blinds out at the world, and not being despondent, sad, but just sort of like, okay, now what? Kind of looking out at the world and not being thrilled with everything, but not like depression or anything like that. It's just sort of like, okay, now what? What's next? And then I started drawing cards, and I got the world. This is the 21st card of the major arcana. You've made it through this entire journey, but now what? Now you need to start again. There's a new journey ahead of you. So this is pretty major, and it's like, good for you for making it all the way through this most recent set of events that you've been dealing with. And the next card I got was the owl. You're intuition is correct, follow your inner wisdom without fail. So kind of go within for some insight about what the next step is. And then from the Archangel deck, I got the Archangel of Joy, prioritize play and pleasure. So that's where you start. That's where the new cycle is going to start, is to think about what would make me happy right now, whether that's going out and hearing a favorite musical group or just making yourself a really nice cup of tea or coffee or something like that. Prioritize what would make you happy and what would be fun, and that'll help you get you on the path for the next part of the journey. I hope that helps.
Yeah. Well, that's wonderful. So, Edward, as I tuned into your spirit, I was just struck with a conundrum right away. As people know, I see the future to the right, the past to the left. And as I was looking at your energy, your spirit, it couldn't decide to go back or forward. It was very much in the middle, and eventually started going towards the future, which is good. But it, I feel like you're going through a dark night of the soul. That and maybe you've been going through this for a little while, and that's why you kind of got trapped in the past a little bit. So as I'm kind of just looking at this energy, I'm seeing that your team, your angels, your spirit guides are all around you. They're all around you, helping you through this. They're not gone. They have not abandoned you in any way. But then they show me now you're going towards the future, but it's like you're in a dark tunnel and you're down on your belly, army crawling, that you're army crawling towards the future. And then what they show me is these little bright lights in the distance. And they're saying, move towards the bright lights. Every time you see a little bright light, or maybe they're giving you ideas, move toward it. Don't be stuck. Go ahead and move towards these bright lights, because as you do so, I think it's exactly as Jean said, you become more and more confident in your ability to discern what to do. You are surrounded all the time. Everything's fine. You cannot really make a wrong choice. Just know that your guides are around you. You can talk to them. You can get help from them. They do want they. I know this is all going to get better. And I also perceive that some of this dark night of the soul probably has something to do a little bit with like what's going on in our world today, but it's all going to be better. You're going to be better. It's going to be fine.
Beautiful. Edward, let us know if that makes sense for you and if that resonated with you. I do feel really strong emotions, and you have a lot of passion and you have a lot of zest for life, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
And you have a lot of exciting and adventures ahead of you, for sure. I'm looking forward to hearing more about what you've accomplished. Yep. Mm-hmm. Let's all the best to you, Mr. Edward, and just let us know. Let us know if that resonated with you. It's important to hear back. All right, so Level Up Lady is here, and she says, do I have any messages from my spirit team or family members? So Level Up Lady, if you would like to speak to somebody specifically on the other side, if you could let us know the name and the relation. But for right now, we're just going to connect to your spirit guides, spirit team. Because what I do is I ask the family members to step back until they're called upon, so that we don't get bombarded with everybody's family members coming in. So when we call them, they all know. And I'll tell you, unfortunately, one of my husband's work colleagues that he knew recently passed away, and he asked me for a reading. He said, can you contact him and see, get a reading from him? So I was like, yeah, sure. And it was just me and my husband. I was just sitting there. So and I was like breathing, and then I felt his presence come in, the gentleman that had just passed. And but he was like waiting for me. He's like, "Aren't you going to say your thing?" The way I say, my intention for you is that you receive the information. I usually say that to all of my clients, but it's my husband. He hears it a million times a day, so I didn't say it. But the loved one, or the colleague that had passed, wait, he's like, "Aren't you going to say?" Like, he doesn't want to come in. And I felt him there. I'm like, "Why isn't he coming in?" And I'm like, "Oh, he wants me to say my thing." Because when I say my thing, that's when the spirit guides know it's okay to come in. So and I tell my guides, my spirit guides, to have all of them step back. So just so you know, just so you know. So she did in all of that, she did get a chance. Can't decide. Okay. All right. Grandma or grandpa. Okay, let's choose one of these, since I went through all that and explained all that. That was I thought it was important for everybody to know. So thanks for allowing us to explain that to you. I'm picking up Grandma Ruth, or let me just tell you who she is. The Ruth stood out to me. I was I feel like somebody was psychic in your family, or had really strong intuition, or eyes in the back of their head. Um, I feel like this person was, sort of had 8 arms, able to take care of the kids and stir the dinner, and read the newspaper all at the same time. I can see she's moving her feet and her arms all at the same time. So she was very much she was very busy individual. She had things, her hand in almost everything around her. Oh, Grandma Ruth is psychic, and the one I know the least. Okay. Okay. Well, she's telling me this. She's coming through. She was really strong. She probably invited you here, but she's saying that she was able to do a lot of things. And they said that Grandma Ruth, you had eyes in the back of your head, and that was like her psychic skills. But that's what they called it back then. Um, she wants you to know that you have this too, and she wants you to know it's never too late to start, and you can begin where you are. You don't have to worry about anything. How much you know, how much you don't know. The fact that you're interested and asking is an invitation, and she wants you to know that she's there for you if you want her assistance. I think she wants to assist you if you're interested in moving forward and expanding your gifts. How about you, ladies?
Well, um, Grandma Ruth's energy just takes my breath away. Just like I was going to go for Raymond or Connie, but Grandma Ruth is way too powerful, and I'm just like, she started to show me something, and I'm like, oh, and I don't know why. I don't know why I'm breathing so hard, but she showed me that yes, you definitely should pursue these things. You're psychic, more than psychic. You got all the gifts, all the things, and you asked for this. They showed me way back in the life with Grandma Ruth as like so it's in Mongolia. It's definitely in a yurt. There's definitely yak hides everywhere, and you're both sitting around the fire. And I think she's your grandmother in that one too. But she is a healer, shaman, village healer, family healer, the whole thing. And you say, Grandma, I want what you have. I want this. I want this. I want to do this. And she's delivering it to you. And it just absolutely takes my breath away. And that's what I get.
Beautiful. Well, I was drawn to Grandma Connie, and I'm a little unsure because it was a mixture of one of my grandmothers and Grandma Connie. So I'm but anyhow, the message was that I think she was there for you and kind of helped when your own parents were, maybe you stayed with her when they went on vacation or she came on vacations or something. But I kind of saw Grandma Connie at either a lake or a seashore or on a beach somewhere. And she had a red kerchief on because the wind was blowing, but she was kind of managing you and the other kids and keeping everybody safe. And then I saw her, let's see, at the lakeshore, keeping an eye on you on vacation. Um, she said it was just a really busy time for your parents, and she was happy to help out when she could. And then I saw her at a blackboard. So I don't know if she was a teacher, and or if she took pride in teaching you some things. And that she made an impression on you that way, whether it was academic stuff or maybe she taught you how to cook or how to, do Christmas cookies or something like that. But I drew some cards and I got the sun, which is like wonderful victory, all good things. So she's sending you all blessings of just that the sun continues to shine on you. And I also got the starling. That was the time to get out in the world and connect in authentic ways. And so she's encouraging you to do that too. So I hope that made some sense to you. Thanks for letting us know your lovely grandparents.
Yeah.
Wonderful. Well, thank you very much, Level Up Lady. And wasn't one of the other readings somebody saw an eye? Wasn't it you, Joan, that one of the other readings you were saying you saw a big eye?
Oh
It just
yeah, that
reminded
was
me of that.
for Edward, I believe. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, it was kind of like that, except it was more brown.
I love that icon. So she says, Grandma Connie helped take care of us when my mom was busy with work. My grandma was a religious teacher. Wow.
Okay. Yeah. She's
Very nice. And she said, thank you. Thank you. You're welcome. You're very welcome. And thank you very much for your question. And I would just like to make a short, small little request that if you did receive a reading from us today, I would really appreciate if you would kindly leave some feedback in the comment section below down after the show is over. There's a lot of people that watch our shows after the show is over, and if you enjoyed or felt a connection to the reading, if you didn't, you can say that too. You can put whatever you want. But if you received a reading from us today, please put your feedback in the comment section below so that when other people are watching, they don't always watch the chat going through, but they'll see those little comments below and it'll help them to click on it. That would really be a lot of help for us. Also, before I ask the ladies about where they're coming up next, I wanted to let everybody know that I'm offering a practice. It's a psychic study practice group. And a psychic study practice group is where we can do some exercises or we can go over some concepts and some basics and some ethics and things like this. Or we can also do breakout rooms. So some people may want to do breakout rooms and go right into practicing with one another. And some people may want to stay in the main room with me where we'll be doing some back and forth. And you'll say, Jean, I feel the chills. What does this mean? Jean, I hear somebody calling my name. What does this mean? When I look at the tarot cards, I think of something that's not on the tarot cards. What does this mean? And sort of like coach you through and help you through and develop your psychic abilities and understanding what's happening in your life. Everybody is an individual. And then we can also all practice together and all learn how to give readings to one another. So I think that is going to be so much fun. It's 2 days a week. There's Sundays and Tuesdays. Sunday is 5 Eastern, 2 Pacific, and Tuesday is 3:30 Eastern and 12:30 Pacific. And it is a paid to come in and join the group. And if you want to come on one Sunday or one Tuesday to see what it's like, it's $10. And if you want to come, the other option is if you want to come for the whole month and you want to, choose which days you come in or whatever, you can. The whole month is $20. So you can see I'm encouraging everybody to come in repeatedly and start this practice. And I'll also put that in the comments below. I'll pin it to the information to where you can sign up for the psychic study practice group. It's not a class and it's not anything. It's a study practice group. And it's something that I've been working on. So I really hope to see a lot of you there. And I have had a lot of response from it, and I'm almost going to close it because it's getting there, but I think there's room for at least 5 or 10 more. So, but I want to keep it so that it's not as, overwhelming. And each month we'll start it again and we'll see how it goes. So ladies, where will you be next? Wisdom Seeker Joan, do you have
Yes, I will be with Allie on Thursday for her Meeting with a Medium show. And then on Saturday, if you happen to be in the Twin Cities, I'm going to be at a psychic fair. And I haven't done one of those for over a year. So I'm like, ooh. But it's the Be the Light fair on Lindale Avenue across from Bachman's. And if you're local, you probably know where that is.
Yeah.
exciting?
Well,
How about you, Terry?
I am going to be this Friday on with you and Terry Lee for the Psychic Triad. And then I also have booked a in-person fair on February 1st, Saturday, at the Everett Mall. If that you are in Everett, Washington, you can come up and get a reading. And then the Sunday, the day after, I'm with Allie. So, Allie Heart and Soul Connected, if you want to find me there for readings.
Oh, that sounds like so much fun, ladies. Oh my gosh, you guys are off and running for sure. Now, my psychic fairs don't start until April this year, so but I need a little break on them. So tomorrow I'm going to be on with Marina from Heart and Soul Connected. I'm going to be on her channel, and then like Terry Suzuki said, I will be on with her and Terry Lee for the Psychic Triad, and then in the earlier on Friday, the 31st, I'll be on with Spirit Whisperer Mark and Gerald Terrastash. So we'll be all together. So that'll be lots of fun. And that's Friday at noon, the 31st. So thank you again, everybody, for being here and for all of your feedback, all of your help, all of your support. We really appreciate all of you being here. And I'm looking forward to seeing you guys again soon. Take care. Bye-bye.
Thanks, everybody.
Hey,
Bye now.
everybody. Thanks for your question.
Thank you, everybody, for watching. Your support is greatly appreciated. If you enjoy this content, hit like, share, and subscribe. Remember to click the bell to be notified of future videos.